Hello, my name is Carolyn Schwab, and this is my third video journal video. So I wanted to get right into it and talk about the first TED Talk, which was through Professional Communications Topic 3, Leading by Travis Matthews. So this video was really talking about how to be a leader, what determines a good leader and a bad leader, and how you should avoid having certain conflicts within a group when leading. So, talking about the beginning of the video, Travis Matthews opens up by showing how a leader is not always a good thing. So, he brings this up by showing a great video about this man running down a hill and then he's shirtless and everyone follows him. So, this is obviously not representing a good leader because he's not doing anything in the projection of doing something good for people. He could even be causing a dangerous situation. So it's not always good to be considered the leader of a situation. This also comes with a responsibility, as you can see, because a leader could also put others in harm's way if they do not do the correct things to establish a proper professionalism within what they are doing. So, to talk about a little bit about what is going to be a good leader for everyone would be someone who's really working on being positive with everybody and wanting to communicate. So, something that's hard for people in life is to really express when there's an issue. And something that a leader has to do is know how to attack issues in the correct and professional way where they are approaching people in a way that gets the issue taken care of, and along with just trying to resolve the problem without hurting anyone's feelings, even though that can be very hard to do sometimes. So it can put people in a very sticky situation, and that is one of the good aspects of being a leader, is knowing how to communicate in that way. That also goes along with talking about and how we write emails, how we write emails that involve conflict. That's been in the class a little bit, so that's kind of a connection there. And I can connect this back too because I totally understand what it's like to have good and bad leaders. We've all been in situations, especially in like the work environment, how that's going to be projected onto the employees, especially like when I used to waitress a little bit, and the manager was great and super organized, and if she wasn't super organized, it would have been very, very hard to do the job for sure. So that's just my little intake on that. For the second video, or the second portion of the communication part, we talk about how there's other ways of getting the leader to really do what is necessary for the group. So that would be involving a lot of group communication that is inspired by the leader. So an example that I really thought of was when I was working as a receptionist. It was so different because I was so young and there were so many people and my coworkers were so much older than me. So sometimes those gaps are really hard to like get to know people and understand their thoughts and feelings. So one thing that the business owner of the dental office used to do was hold weekly Friday meetings, which was super great because it got everyone on the same page. And then, of course, like fun activities such as lunches or dinner parties. So, in the second video, we talk about active or passive voice. So the grammar girl does this one, and she explains whether a sentence is active or passive. So she uses the word zombies. I thought this was a really great idea because this word zombies is very unique. It's not a word we use often, so when we're seeing the word on the screen, it's really just like hitting you in the face. It's right there. So you're going to be able to tell right away if something feels off or different based on the sentence. So she was able to rearrange the words that she was using with the sentence with the word zombies and showing the active and passive tenses of that and how things really came together and how you would really want to put your sentence based on your situation. So my connection to this would be my science lab reports that I do for Lab Weekly. So that qualification for the paper every single week is that we have to write in a passive voice. So understanding when you add on certain things and to talk in that way will help make things more logical, especially in my case, if I'm doing a report, I need to talk in a passive voice because I'm discussing things that I did days ago and not right now or planning to do in the future, and it's very important to convey that information properly. So in the third video, we talk about schoolhouse grammar rock interjections. So this talks about the small child in the beginning, and he's talking about the interjection. So he's sitting in a bed, the doctor comes in, the child was sick. The doctor is putting this needle into him, and he yells, "Hey, Obviously, he's not very comfortable, he's not very happy, and in a little bit of pain. So these interjections are really helping convey his emotions, which is obviously important in everyday life, especially if you're asking for help or conveying pain in any sort of way. So the video further explains how this helps show emotion, as I was just saying. So I think this is really great because, especially in my case, I'm trying to do dentistry in my life, and you have to be able to know when people are in pain or how they're feeling, if they're comfortable. And so an example of how that plays out is interjections are very important for patients to know and to use so I can understand what's going on in the situation and when they need more help. So in the fourth video, we have Lolly Lolly Lolly, get your adverbs here. This is another Schoolhouse Rock video. So this is talking about adverbs and how they describe things in further details. So the verb tells the reader where you are going, what you're doing, where you've been. They put this in like a nice little rhyme. And so that's how you emphasize sentences. So adjectives become verbs by adding the ly grammar onto the ends of that. And so then you'll be able to accentuate things and just be able to tell the differences between certain things. So that is my video 3. Thank you so much.